Hey, welcome back to Mass Effect 3 Legendary Edition. So I'm back in the Citadel. Just going to do a few things here. Won't be here for long.
What are you doing here?
I'm waiting.
So that conversation is started over.
Vosk,
No.
don't remind me. Little scumbag shot his mouth off on a patrol mission once.
Welcome to Batarian State Arms.
Yeah, not needed.
We couldn't boot him from the Suns fast
Batarian
enough.
State Arms.
Should have ended
Defending the
his tenure with a
hegemony.
bullet.
Please observe all caste restrictions when making a purchase. Stand
Sure.
strong for your people with Batarian State Arms. Your purchases are a credit to the hegemony.
Just double checking if there's any conversations.
What's up?
Nothing.
Reaper forces have been sighted in the Ponetha system within striking distance.
Nice.
Nothing here.
Are you kidding me?
Vega's back to his
Shortages may happen in the near future.
back to his gambling.
More trouble in the Perseus arm as Reaper forces now control the Hades Nexus and Central Omega Cluster.
Spectre status recognized. One moment, please.
Get up the embassies.
Now arriving at Presidium Embassy.
Talk to Samara in a second.
Between the Geth and the Quarians,
We got your people off to Kuna, Ambassador.
Utterly sincere. Thank you for your assistance, Commander. This is not a debt we can repay.
putting aside
Were you able to evacuate any civilians?
Yes,
both agreed
How many?
to fight Reaper forces.
not enough.
With the Elcor homeworld taken by Reaper forces, refugees from the
Great delivery.
fleeing to the
You notice he didn't bother
after heavy fighting
explaining what he was about to say.
to restore power
He didn't bother with the
depot on Sion.
sadly or regretfully or anything like that.
Cerberus forces have attacked the Turian colony.
He absolutely didn't need to.
Thanks to advance warning from Alliance forces.
He actually did sound like on the verge of tears,
In a surprise,
which is cool.
I hoped you'd come. I won't remain here much longer.
What are you doing on the Citadel, Samara?
I suppose I came to say goodbye. Falair is safe, and Rila is at rest. I felt the need to speak to you before heading to battle. I want you to know there is no one else I'd rather see leading us in our last hours.
Oh, I didn't mention this during the episode, but Falair is voiced by Laura Brovold, who also voices Westmoreland back on the Citadel, or back on the Normandy, the one of the two war room guards, and she also voiced the Citadel Archives computer. So Laura Brovold voiced did a few voices here.
We'll make the galaxy proud. The largest fleet in history is already on our side.
It is impressive. Most would have deemed such an alliance impossible. But Shepard, be sure to assess your force's strengths and weaknesses before setting out.
Yep.
What are the other Justicars doing for the war?
Most have made it home. They will attempt to hold Thessia. With the odds we face, it's possible our order will no longer exist after this war.
There's that few of you?
Plus,
Our
where they have
numbers
to go.
were never great. We must prepare to sacrifice ourselves, if that is what's required.
Aside from there not being a whole lot of them, their cause pretty much requires that they put themselves right in the thickest of the danger.
Was being a Justicar worth it if that's how it all ends?
The Justicars were formed to bring order to a world that laughs at the notion. The role is solitary. Its demands are lonely and uncompromising, often to the point of pain. But following the code left me with no regrets. Take that for what you will.
That's nice.
You know, I never asked you if your code has anything useful on fighting Reapers.
How
Treat
could
them
it?
as any other enemy. Show no quarter, mercy, or weakness. The only difference is the scale of our foe. The code is too strict to account for such small discrepancies.
Is that how you see it
Nice
too?
phrasing.
An odd question, coming from the Spectre who killed her third Reaper on Rannoch.
Fair.
Will Falair be alright in the monastery? Or what's left of it?
We spoke for some time. It won't be easy. But if there is a way to survive, Falair will find it. It was good to see her again. Perhaps it's unseemly for a Justicar to dwell so much on her family.
Eh,
I'm just happy things worked out.
I was fortunate that Falair saw things so clearly. And it would have turned out quite differently without your intervention. Thank you.
that's what I'm there for.
Good luck out there, Samara.
You as well. I don't know if you believe in such things. But Goddess go with you, Shepard. We'll both be tested in fire, soon enough.
Grissom Academy also fell to the Reapers when Elysium was attacked.
My wife is just on active duty, and I'm about to be shipped down too. I was hoping my baby helped.
Yep. Samara's still cool. Haven't gotten the Cerberus ciphers yet. There's one more N7 mission. I think that might be where we get the Cerberus ciphers that we're looking for. Oh. The chakra launcher. So, yeah, you can purchase it and upgrade it here. I don't need to. Sure, why not? I never mentioned it, but on your initial playthrough, weapons max out at level 5. When you do a new game plus, where you start over with the same character, the same Shepard, the maximum weapon level is 10. Car just hovering there feels like a waste of gas.
Files secured and marked for Tentron clearance only. Commander Shepard, thank you for coming.
Did you find something?
The Council has ordered a full review into Donald Udina's activities. We're still piecing together his coup attempt. But that isn't why I asked you here. The situation is growing urgent for my people. We're aware your crucible is still missing a key component.
The catalyst. Do you know something?
Not exactly, but there is a artifact on our homeworld, Thessia, known only to highest levels of my government.
What is it?
With any luck, it's a means to help you locate the catalyst.
Thanks for the
The
details.
artifact is kept in a temple located at these coordinates. I've ordered a scientific team to meet you there.
If this artifact is so important, why keep it hidden?
Every species in the Citadel has its secrets, Commander. But this one, in the wrong hands, would upset the balance of galactic power.
The Reapers are doing that right now.
Which is why I'm bringing this to you.
Okay. But even so, might have been useful knowledge earlier.
I appreciate the help.
It's you who will be helping us. The matriarchs are growing desperate. For the first time in our history, Thessia is vulnerable. For all our intellect, we're outmatched by Reaper firepower.
I'll do what I can.
Whether you know it or not, you've become the sole ray of hope in a very dark night. Goddess be with you.
So no pressure. Yeah, just keep it chill, no pressure.
As the Asari and Alliance militaries face major setbacks, the Turians and
Spectre status recognized. 1 moment,
Yeah.
please.
Given that we know the Reapers are approaching Thessia, sure would have been useful if she
Now
told us
arriving
about
at what level?
this
Purgatory.
artifact before that happened.
Wait. You asked if I got heavy armor. I never said it was heavy armor. And since when do you know anything about shield capacitors?
I read about them.
Did you say you sold your car a few weeks ago? Because that's around the time I got sent this new armor.
Yep.
Hey, it's late, and I'm not letting my friend miss a night of purgatory, right? You want to go in, or do you want to talk about my car some more?
No, you're right. Let's go in. And I'm buying you some goddamn drinks.
Good, because she's probably a bit low cash strapped. Yeah. She's a good friend.
Okay, the Alliance wasn't good for business before, but this is war. They're dying for us. I'm not stealing medicine from them.
Your patriotism is touching.
My planet's on fire, asshole! Tell your friend in customs every goddamn package of Metagel better stay where it is. Or maybe CSEC needs to know where their last gun shipment went.
Fine. I'll pass on the word. I think you should finish your drink.
Yeah. Think I should.
Nice dancing there, Steve. So, yeah, I like that bit. Smuggler just...
Your turn. Counselor Tabos.
The smuggler having no interest in ripping off her people during war. And hey, look who's still on the Citadel.
It seems the galaxy can't keep us apart. Since we took back Omega, I've been consolidating my resources for the war. It's a little easier to coordinate from here. So unfortunately, I'll be slumming it on the Citadel for the time being. The Blue Suns, Blood Pack, and Eclipse are in my pocket. I'll send them to war when you're ready for them. Is there anything on your mind?
So, yeah, this is basically in order for you to still be able to do the, pick up the gangs, any last conversations you want with RS, yeah. Basically, they just have her go back to the Citadel, since you can't meet her on Omega.
How's the rebuilding going on Omega? People understand the first order of business is shoring up defenses. No one wants another invasion. So they're enduring valiantly, not that they have a choice. Once again, I am Omega.
We'll talk later.
She's so happy
I'm
about
sure.
it. She's so happy about being in charge again. Good for her. Alright, and I think that's... I think this might be the last time I'm actually going to bother with Purgatory. I don't think there's anything else, any other conversations here. I don't think... Meet anyone here.
1 moment, please.
I don't think there's actually anything to do here, is there? Ah, jeez, I did miss somebody.
Now arriving at Huerta Memorial Hospital.
Let's see.
Welcome to Serta.
Be safe.
Comment. She's on the comment. Alright. So I did miss a conversation back on Purgatory. Dang it.
One moment, please.
Alright. Totally ran right past her.
Arriving at ward level, Purgatory.
How's the head?
Good. Concussion's almost gone.
When I heard you were injured.
There's the woman I need.
I recovered some texts from the library in Reaper controlled space. I can have them waiting for you at Bay D24 if that would help.
Really? Oh, damn. Couldn't hurt. Thank you. Maybe those texts will help the Asari remember how to fight again. Yes. Make it required. Look for the shadow. Past the Justicar. All of it. I've made sure Athena's backing on this. I want every Asari made.
Athena.
With the mind of a huntress.
Athena still involved in the instant command operations here. Cool. Very useful. Alright, now I'm done with now I'm pretty sure I'm done with Purgatory forever.
Spectre status.
Could be wrong. There might be after Thessia maybe somebody will be there, but I don't think so. I think that is Thessia done forever.
At Presidium Commons.
I think I know which project you mean, and I've got a Hesperia period statue in Bay D24.
Commander Shepard, that's excellent news. I'll have it sent to that project right away. Thank you so much for your help. So, what were you able to pull from the inscriptions? Really? Excellent. I knew they'd find something.
Welcome to Kanala Exports.
No.
Cultivating serenity
Thank you for shopping
is possible
at Kanala
even during
Exports.
times of crisis.
What? Can I not actually visit a room yet? Alright, save that for another time then.
Arsenal supplies.
No.
Don't be left out in the cold. Ask about our full service warranties.
Screw it, why not?
Please visit
So,
any of our LCOS Combine affiliate branches for any and all personal needs.
I need to double check where Irun actually even is.
With the war between the Geth and the Quarians now ended, the Turian military is receiving vital and unexpected assistance.
Like I talked to.
With the Elcor homeworld taken by Reaper forces, refugees from Takuna are fleeing to the Citadel.
Welcome to Agor Munitions.
Nah. Again, not actually a bad weapon.
Please obey all local government restrictions when purchasing protective equipment. Remember, all purchases made by Welcome to Cipertine Armory.
Professional grade equipment.
1.2 meter thick object. Punch right through some pretty thick walls with
Hello, Shepard.
eventually. It's pretty cool how, like, with the right mods, with the right gun and the right mods, you can punch through some hilariously thick cover.
Welcome to Casa Fabrication Weaponry.
Only issue is you do lose damage when you're doing it, but with something like the Widow sniper rifle, the damage is already so high.
All goods have been marked down with our special wartime discount.
Proceeds from all purchases go to help our men and women serving in the Alliance. Thank you for shopping at Casa Fabrication Weaponry.
And
her name is Thessia Porae.
Yep.
Of course. Porae. No, I realize you can't tell me where she was deployed. Can you inform me if she's under orders not to communicate with her family? It's Been a while since I heard from her. Uh-huh. But I would be contacted if she were injured, correct? Yes, I'm listed as her bond mate. Yes, I can hold. Her name is Thessia.
Yeah, bad news.
Weshra, I have an audio log for you.
For me? Where did this come? Oh no. Oh, Thessia. Thank you for bringing this back. At least I know what happened.
Yeah, not a lot of happy conversations in this game, as I've noted before. Just, whole lot of heartbreak.
Within striking distance of Thessia, the Asari homeworld. Refugee camps in the Citadel draining existing resources, and the Council reports that food shortages may happen in the near future.
There's like nobody on the Citadel right now. All the I've had pretty much all the conversations you can have, so. Not sure if I've mentioned this before, but through the DLCs, Omega, Leviathan, and Citadel, because they have their own rapid transit options, using that, it is actually possible, and using the rapid transit here, it is actually possible to never, if you
Messages, Commander.
If you sabotage the if you sabotage the genophage, despite Rex being the leader, if you sabotage the genophage and Rex is the leader, Rex is alive, he'll find out, he'll confront you, and he'll pull a lot of broken support before you kill him. But through the DLCs and the rapid transits, it's actually possible to just never confront him again. To skip the docks, because you meet him on the in the docking bay. So it's possible to skip ever going to the docking bay. Anyway, status update. Our cognition is vastly improved. We thank you, Shepard Commander. The Geth will reciprocate this trust. From Miranda. Finally got back to the Citadel. Found what I needed. Talk to you soon. Doesn't mean I'll have to talk to her. Doesn't mean she has any conversations right now. I've already done that. Our tasks are at hand. I have been dispatched to an Asari colony under siege. There is so much suffering here. I will do what I can. The Reapers have been driven back from this colony for now. There are many, Shepard, but their forces can falter. Well, that was quick.
Commander?
Alright, on to Thessia. As always, let's just check the planets first. Janiri is a hydrogen-helium gas giant named for an ancient Asari goddess of seasons, storms, and agriculture. With the advent of the Siari religion, Janiri's holy day Janiris became largely secular, but it is still celebrated on worlds with Asari influence. During the Reaper attack on Thessia, the Asari Armada used Janiri as a staging base for their hit-and-run attacks on the invading Reapers, striking, jumping to FTL to lose pursuers, and discharging the static into Janiri's magnetic field as they prepared for another attack. This forced the Reapers to mount a counter-offensive to drive the Asari away from the planet, using ships that would have otherwise have been hammering Thessia itself. Something. The lifeless sister planet to Thessia lacks water or oxygen. It is covered instead with deserts, the air a mix of carbon dioxide and ethane. The manageable temperatures and gravity on Piaris led to heavy exploitation for mineral wealth in the beginning of the Asari space age. Today, Piaris is largely mined out. Piaris is named for an ancient Asari goddess of death, who was not seen as a malefic figure, but as one who guided Asari spirits on their final journey. From her home in the stars, she could grant an Asari who had lost a lover the ability to restore them to life in another body. This legend, heavily modified, formed the basis for a recent, highly profitable human sim called Nekia Corridor. That's very interesting. That's a really interesting sort of myth. The Reaper's targeted PR is from orbit, its population too small to bother harvesting. Wreckage of the old domed cities and spaceports dot the landscape. Okay, well that got less cheerful pretty quickly. Wrapped in a crushing haze of hydrogen and methane, Kurinth is named for an Asari goddess of war and hunting, the two being similar in the Asari mindset. The planet is particularly bright in Thessia's morning and evening skies, enough to cast noticeable shadows on moonless nights. Understandably, warriors and hunters operating at night were grateful for Kurinth's blessing. The planet was never heavily exploited for minerals. Early Asari explorers focused on the asteroid belt, and by the time robo-mining machines were created that could withstand the intense heat, more lucrative planets were already on the star charts. Modern chart records several scientific stations orbiting the planet, but it appears that all have been destroyed by the Reapers. Tavura is a hydrogen-methane ice giant with a core of frozen ammonia and trace hydrocarbons. The world is named for an ancient Asari goddess of love, sex, travel, and law, spheres of influence whose overlap initially baffled human xenoanthropologists. Asari reproductive instincts are strongly exogamous, and before alien contact, their instincts sent the Asari roaming outside their kinship groups to avoid mating with relatives. The journeys necessitated a system of rules governing guests, fugitives, and alliances, all watched over by the goddess Tavura. Huh. Alright. Makes sense, I suppose. The Reapers have ignored Tavura so far, its science stations and moon-based mining equipment offering little strategic importance. It is likely that a destroyer will eventually be sent here to exterminate any civilians. Hey, an Asari cruiser. No idea how I found it there. It's so weird how the search and rescue works in this game. Athame is a hydrogen-helium gas giant with spectacular rings. The planet's apparent magnitude varies when seen from Thessia based on atmospheric conditions and relative distance. To the ancient Asari, the mysterious star that shone in some months and disappeared in others was linked to fortune, and so it was named Athame, after the matriarch of the pantheon and a goddess of prophecy and fate. Athame's worship changed over time, eventually becoming the basis for a monotheistic religion in which her maiden, matron, and matriarch aspects oversaw all stages and roles in Asari society. When an Asari says, by the goddess, they are referring to Athame. Like Janiri, the planet Athame served as a rallying point during the Reaper invasion, where fleeing Asari ships could discharge their drive cores so they could make another FTL jump. The Reapers were forced to chase the Asari away from the planet, buying Thessia valuable time. Every little bit helps, I suppose, but hard to know how much. The Asari homeworld has been called the crown jewel of the galaxy, the apex of democracy, and the beating heart of galactic love. Its republics have a remarkably low incidence of war, disease, violent crime, or famine, riding a stable economy backed by wealthy colonies and Thessia's vast Element Zero reserves. Traces of Ezo in the water and soil are so common that most life on Thessia has adapted to its presence. Thessia's fortunes have been upended by the Reaper assault. The communications infrastructure that forms the backbone of the society's e-democracies has been eliminated. Millions are without power, water, or food, a move to coerce the Asari into widespread surrender. This is a necessary part of the Reaper strategy, since husks alone have difficulty disarming or capturing a population full of biotics. Population of 5.5 billion with an additional 33,000 in orbital stations. So, yeah. And no capital. That's interesting that there's no capital. I suppose because of its status as an e-democracy, there'd just be a whole bunch of different capitals. regional capitals, and I don't know.
Thessia's under heavy Reaper attack. There's activity across most of the planet.
What about the temple? Can you raise the scientists?
Negative. All channels are scrambled across the spectrum. The mission's looking really dicey.
This is too important. It's now or never.
Shepard, that's my home down there. I have to go.
Then
Agreed.
get to the shuttle, and let's do this.
So Liara is a mandatory squad mate. In theory, you can choose anyone here. In practice, Javik. There is a lot. There's a definite preference for Javik. It's pretty clear that they intend for Javik to be brought along. He gets some pretty important dialogue. So, no one else does. No one else gets particularly notable dialogue on Thessia. Just Javik. And Liara, obviously. So yeah. Javik is unquestionably a required character here. In fact, while I'm here, I may as well mention Javik's importance to this mission is actually a part of why him being Day 1 DLC was deeply controversial. Because I have mentioned before that Day 1 DLC as a whole tends to be pretty controversial. But he's a major figure on Thessia. It's made clear that he was in the original game and then cut in order to make money, basically, for EA to make some money. So it's like I said, very, very controversial.
Liara, do you have anything more on this artifact?
These coordinates the counselor gave you are for the Temple of Athame. My mother took me there once. It's several thousand years old. And for some reason, it has classified government funding.
Sounds like we're on the right trail.
What if we're too late? My people are dying down there.
Your empathy is a weakness. You must numb yourself to loss.
Don't be a jerk.
Venezia took you to this temple?
I was just a child. I thought it was a history lesson, but now, maybe there was more to it.
What do you mean?
I went digging through her old files. She had heavily encrypted records on this place, some dating back centuries. I still can't crack most of them. Whatever's going on, it's well hidden.
I've studied your mission reports. Your mother was indoctrinated.
Yes, we had to kill her.
Yet it did not stop you from fighting. As I said, steel yourself. Many more lives will be lost.
That's about the nicest thing he said to Liara since they met.
We can't ignore that people are dying. The Reapers may not have mercy, but we do.
It is their indifference that gives them power.
And let's show
maybe.
them there's another way.
Yeah, things look bad.
This can't be happening. My home.
There's no time to mourn. We're exposed up here.
Let's get down.
Of course.
As you wish. Squad 091. Situation
Now I
urgent.
need you to take a breath and relax. What about
Was overhearing two conversations at once. This lady's paralyzed. Sucks for her. Yeah. Get those before.
Commander, we heard... The barrier's been breached! Commander, we'll talk later. Get on that gun up there and do some damage! Somebody better get on that gun! Enemy targets on the bridge!
Fun! That was fun.
I want that gunship prepped and in the air. Lock that hole! We're on it! Someone get me a location on our snipers. Yes, ma'am. Commander, I'm Lieutenant Curran. We've been told to expect you. My orders are to hold this grid at all costs. Shore up the barrier! But our perimeter's collapsing, and I'm getting my people out of here.
This is important. We need your help.
Well, unless you can give me a good reason to stay, we're not dying for a field of rubble.
Yeah, you gotta be, one thing to be careful about with the, with that turret section, make sure to target the husks first. They are faster, so they will, be at the barrier before the brutes are. So you gotta make sure to take them out before focusing on the brutes.
What exactly were you told about me?
Nothing but your name. Mission details were classified, which just means we'll die without knowing why.
Yeesh.
I know what that's like, but you have to trust the chain of command.
No, you don't.
We're not even sure the chain still exists. So what are we doing here?
We're after a relic inside the temple. It's important.
That's what this is all about? One of our outposts has been trying to reach the scientists over there, but we lost contact. Get that gunship moving! Now! I'm sorry, Commander. If your relic has lasted this long, it can wait a little longer. I've lost enough people today. I'm pulling the rest of them out.
No! I sense you're the lineage of a leader. A warrior's skill and cunning. They are strong in your genes. But you've grown tired of war. You're exhausted by defeat, and now you worry you don't have the courage left to go on.
By the goddess, are you...
Find your resolve. This war can end if you do.
Nice pep talk.
We're building a Prothean superweapon. It will win this war.
I believe it. This is Lieutenant Curran. Hold your positions. I want a path carved to the temple. Outpost Tychus, we've got people coming your way. Let's make sure the galaxy knows the war was won on Thessia.
Nice.
Make it count.
I was here years ago. To see the city burning like this is...
It can be rebuilt. Just worry about the next 20 meters.
Yeah, harvesters. There's fun.
Watch it!
This has to end.
Draw strength from your anger. It will keep you alive.
Remember that. The
because here they come. Staggered approach. Try to use cover. Push them back.
That was the last one.
That was quick.
Get off the bridge.
Yeah, the biotic explosions are very, very useful.
On that building! We've got fire support!
Not for long.
No! Damn them!
Keep your focus, Liara.
I don't think you can rescue them.
Scatter and take cover!
Yeah, I don't think that there's a way to save... Yeah. Yeah, nothing you can do to save those particular soldiers.
Watch the edges! Don't let them get around us!
I do so love sending them flying.
What's the perimeter?
So, not too bad here. Not too bad, not too bad. Easy enough. Let's see, I know there's something... Ah, there's the medkit I was looking for.
They just won't stop!
So far, so good. And hey, level up. Not that I really need it. Damage.
More of them ahead!
Ah. That poor woman. I think there's one more. Tickets don't matter.
That door ahead looks like our way out of this mess.
Well, that's me running.
Another mutated Asari! A good fight!
So, fun fact, stasis apparently doesn't work on banshees.
This one has spirit!
Seems to have gotten stuck. That's nice. Looks like the,
Let's get moving before more of them come back.
yeah, looks like the, Banshee got a little, stuck there. That was, kind of lucky. Banshees are still the scariest thing in this game.
There's a ramp here, Shepard. Might be our way through.
Yeah, I do not like fighting Banshees. They are not fun. But yeah, they're insta-kill attacks.
The Asari homeworld, Thessia, is the core of the largest economy in the Milky Way. The planet's reserves of Element Zero are so vast that they affect its price galaxy-wide. Because life on Thessia evolved in an Ezo-rich environment, the world is home to a wealth of both biotically active and Ezo-resistant species. Travel to the planet is strictly controlled, but smuggling remains an issue. Thessia is host to varying republics instead of a single government, and although each maintains a formidable military, it is notable for having long been free of internal or external wars. The Asari are renowned for their cultural and political dominance, and they excel in ambassadorial ventures. They have a strong presence in Citadel politics and galactic policy. However, it is the unfocused political structure of their homeworld that has left the Thessians unprepared for the current conflict.
Yep. Shame we never get to see Thessia.
I still can't face those things. My own people.
When we fought the Reapers, they turned our own children against us.
I can't imagine that.
They assumed we would hesitate to kill them.
Did you?
What answer would you prefer?
None. Let's stop talking about this.
Yeah, there's no good answer to that question. I mean, I think that we know the answer. And, one that we probably don't really want to hear, I would imagine.
Above us!
I remember seeing one for the first time. My people had stopped believing in devils. They changed their minds when the Reapers arrived.
Jeez. And we get to fight those things.
Snipers on the balcony!
There are sorry. We must be able to reach them.
The Reaper is moving on. One less to get to kill.
Jeez, just look at that thing. Not sure if that's one of the little ones or the big ones. Looks to me like it's one of the big ones. But I could be wrong. So, yeah. Good times, good times. Alright.
This is Specialist Kayla. Specialist Geneva was just killed by enemy fire. What about Shepard? No sign of her yet. What's your situation? Enemy forces have tripled in strength. I'm cut off from Outpost Tychus. You must maintain. Understood. I'll do what I can.
Shotgun. Yeah, I'll be there in a minute. Just got some stuff to steal. Just got to do some looting. You know how it is. I know there's stuff around here. I know there's stuff around here. I know it for a fact. Am I wrong?
Nice shot! Watch your head! How long can you hold out? Now that you're here, as long as it takes. Can you really win this war? We get to that temple and the Reapers are history. Grab this hero with you if you need it, and let's do some damage!
It's the kill zone!
You hit one!
That is, after all, you hit one. That's kind of the point.
Nice shot! You hit one! Go into cover! Don't let up!
Good advice.
Got one! Taking cover! Nice shot! You hit one!
Just give me a minute.
Reaper. It's a way out of here.
You have an interesting concept of escape.
No choice.
And here we go. Not going to look at it here because I don't want to have to redo my ammo, but I think this might be the most powerful sniper rifle in the game, if I'm not mistaken. I'd need to double check, but yeah, the Widow is basically a one-shot, one-kill weapon. Even on higher difficulties, it does massive damage. Only one shot at a time, and it has so you can only fire one shot before it has to reload, and it does have doesn't have a lot of spare shots, but if you hit, then you're doing some major damage. It's
Get going, Commander. This whole sector is about to collapse.
it's pretty great. If you hit, you're doing some damage. So definitely one of the better guns if you're a sniper. Very heavy though. Yeah, I forget. Back when I did my infiltrator, first time I played through Mass Effect 3, I played an infiltrator. I forget if I actually used the Widow or not when I was doing that that run. Like, genuinely, I just don't remember which.
Get going, Commander. This whole sector is about to collapse.
I'm moving. I'm just making sure to blow up anything that can be blown up first. Yeah, the Widow definitely does huge damage. It's pretty great.
The hell it won't. We get to this artifact and we can all wake up.
50,000 years later.
Don't be so pessimistic.
This can't be the last I see of Thessia. We need to get to the temple, Shepard.
Not where I thought. Ah, yes, that's. Oof. Rough tumble, but she's still moving.
Watch it! We're trying to reach Outpost Tychus.
You're looking at it!
What about the rest of your squad?
They're all dead! We tried punching through to the scientists, but...
Should have waited for me.
What about reinforcements?
We had gunships flying support, but things got too hot with that Reaper. They can't chance it.
I know it's rough, but I don't see another way in without their help.
Have I told you how much I hate this war?
Not yet, but we just met.
Swarm. This is Outpost Tychus. Is there anybody left on this frequency? We are in need of immediate air support. Commander Shepard is here.
Copy, this is Talon 1. I'm on the way. Talon 5 inbound. Ground targets
Hurrah!
confirmed. Weapons are hot. Light them up. Talon 1, watch the jamming. Target acquired. I'm hit. The stabilizer blew out.
Nice job.
This is Talon 5. Whatever you're gonna do, you better do it now.
Go, Commander! I'll cover you from here.
Commander Shepard, I've got your back. Let's get you into that temple.
Come on.
Keep it up, Talon.
Sorry pilot has skill and courage to match.
That's it for the missiles. Switching to the gun. Next time we go to war, maybe the Alliance can spring for air support.
I think in theory you're actually just supposed to rush through. You're not actually supposed to kill everything.
Now's our chance.
Oh, jeez, and there's a... Well, fun. Yeah, and what you're actually supposed to do is to just, Did I get myself lost? Where am I going? Okay, now I'm supposed to go across here. I assume? Oh, here we go. Duh. There we go. Go.
Watch out, more hostiles ahead.
Commander, more of the Jedi are attacking.
Bogey incoming. Hang tight while I shake him.
So yeah, some pretty intense fighting here. Yep. What the hell? Well, damn. I don't know what I got. I was just gotten. I guess I just got slammed.
The Reapers have air support too. We need that pilot back.
Keep your head down and give them everything you've got. Talon 5, back in position. Let's punch a hole.
Whee. Okay.
So much sacrifice. We have to make it worth something.
Okay, so that fight was a little bit tougher than I was expecting. If I turned the difficulty down, if it was still on casual, I probably could have killed both harvesters, no problem. Yeah. 2 harvesters at once. That is a little bit cruel.
There were 5 billion Asari when this war began. I wonder how many we've lost today.
I like the architecture of Thessia. I like Asari architecture.
Looks like we're in the clear. Let's get inside.
Let me take a look. It's military-grade encryption. I think I can override it.
Do religion and military always mix among Asari?
No, this is unusual. Especially since few still follow the Athame doctrine.
That took her some effort to get through.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Back up to full minute, Jill.
Your scientists should be here.
Take a look around. Maybe one of these artifacts is what we're looking for. What's this?
The goddess Athame's shield. Legends say she used it to protect Thessia when the heavens grew angry. Our ancestors were probably misinterpreting a meteor shower.
It was an asteroid strike. We deflected it.
You mean the Protheans? But that would imply Athame.
Is not what you believe her to be.
Just keep looking.
Yeah, this is why you're supposed to bring Javik.
Could this be the artifact?
I don't think so. It's the goddess Athame's sword. Myths say she wielded it against the jealous gods who threatened our ancestors.
They were a race called the Ouroboros. Thessia had vast resources. We protected you from them.
Are you actually suggesting that the Protheans intervened in our past?
It's more than a suggestion. I find it strange your scientists would abandon their own planet.
They wouldn't.
How about this?
A page from one of our earliest religious texts, the Athame Codex. Doesn't look promising. It describes how Athame taught our ancestors mathematics.
Before that, you could only count as high as your toes. We took pity.
Rude. A little bit condescending there.
What do you know about this?
A fragment from the Codex. It's not what we need. It describes how Athame's guide Janiri gave my people seeds. He taught them the seasons so they could grow crops.
We didn't want you to starve. For something as important as this artifact, there should have been failsafes.
Doesn't look useful. That's Janiri, Athame's guide who brought enlightenment to Thessia long ago.
And you don't see the resemblance? He was no servant of an imaginary goddess. He was Prothean.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Obviously, if you don't bring Javik along, then whoever you do bring along will be speculating, making some of these speculations.
What about this one?
Another page from the Codex. I doubt this is it. It describes Lucen, Athame's guide who taught our ancestors about the stars.
Your species was deemed to have potential. Pity you didn't live up to it.
Could this be the artifact?
I don't think so. That's a sculpture of Lucen, one of Athame's servants who walked among my ancestors, bestowing knowledge.
He was no servant of an imaginary goddess. He was Prothean.
Another page from the Codex. Not very useful. It talks about Athame's guide granting us the gift of biotics as a reward for worshipping her.
That gift involved years of genetic research.
This is almost too much to take.
So, yeah. Like I said, I mean, it's It's pretty clear that they expect Javik to be the one who comes here.
What are we looking at here?
A primitive rendition of the goddess Athame. She's speaking to her ancient Asari followers. I don't think this is the artifact.
Another one of your myths that somehow looks Prothean.
What you're implying, it's staggering.
We were here in the beginning, watching you grow. Athame was us.
Mm-hmm.
It's the goddess Athame again.
You can still believe that, but it won't change the truth.
So, yeah, it's,
Guessing these are the scientists.
It's surprising to me that, like, Javik isn't another mandatory squad mate, considering, you know, this whole thing is just a revelation about the Protheans making the Asari what they are.
Their throats.
What happened to them?
They've been slit. The Reapers didn't do this. We're
That's
going
bad.
to have to figure this out on our own.
Who's that supposed to be?
It's Athame. Her image became more like ours over time.
You mean your ancestors tried to hide the truth?
I'm still not willing to believe any of that's real.
Then
Why
why
not?
does Athame speak Prothean?
What do you mean?
There is something here. I can sense it.
In this temple? I admit it is strange this place has been so well preserved. Though Athame does have great historical significance, we once believed our gods were separate from the world, looking down on us. There is a universal energy.
Ah! There's a Prothean beacon here.
What? You're sure?
It's not something you forget.
But why hide it?
Why do you
The
think?
answer is obvious. Power and influence. Your people are holding the knowledge of my race for their own gain.
That can't be. I can't believe my people would keep this a secret.
A beacon like this could explain why Asari are so advanced.
This temple is thousands of years old. Time enough to make serious progress.
A little bit at a time.
Make it true.
You can't keep denying reality, Asari. Even a small amount of data would give your species an edge. Or are you insulted that your government didn't involve you?
Yeah, Liara is getting just a little bit naive here.
The Mars ruins are where humanity got Mass Effect technology.
And we learned of it from the ruins of the Inusanum, the race that came before us. It was our secret for centuries.
The Inusannan were probably the statues that we found on Pylos. Those were probably the Inusannan.
Well, if it is true, the Asari should have shared this knowledge. We might not have been in this mess if they had.
You don't know that, Shepard. We don't know what's going on here.
I know
We
we
can
don't
guess.
have much time to find out.
The few records I can access talk about tapping into Prothean data streams, reconstructing matrices, none of which I see here.
I do. The activation process has begun.
By the goddess. Literally.
Look around. There must be more of these connections.
Incredible. The beacon seems to think you're Prothean, Shepard. It must be the cipher you got back on Pharos years ago.
Or it could be the Prothean standing next to you.
Yeah, probably that.
Keep searching.
nothing useful
There have
here.
to be more
The end
connections
of the war
nearby.
is near. Find what we need, finish the Crucible, and vengeance is complete. It's gaining power.
It seems...
This isn't a connection.
Oops. Sorry, Liara, I cut you off a little bit there.
This doesn't appear to be a connection. We should keep searching. There! Another one!
It's still not complete. That isn't what we need. This confirms the Asari owe your superiority, to my people.
And you owe the Mass Effect relays to the Reapers. How did that turn out?
So you do bite. Good. We'll need that.
Yeah, nice clap back, Liara. I never noticed that you can actually see this stuff. Like, literally, I never actually noticed this before. I was just, like, went one by one.
Another one around here.
Yes, keep looking.
Yeah, I never actually realized that you can actually see which ones you need.
The activation is complete. We can access the beacon now.
We can access the beacon now.
Before I do this, gonna mention something here. Thessia was originally going to pull a bit of a Vermeer on players. There was sort of an idea to force the player to choose between saving Liara and saving the Vermeer survivor. Obviously, that got dropped probably pretty early.
We need to hurry. This place isn't going to... last very long.
Obtaining chronological marker. Hold. Timescale established. Post-Prothean cycle confirmed.
One of our computers.
Reaper presence detected. This galactic cycle has already reached its extinction terminus. Systems shutting down.
Hold on. We need answers.
To what question?
The catalyst. We need to know what it is to finish the Crucible.
Get ready for some mild frustration.
Of one of my people.
I am called Vendetta, an advanced virtual construct of Patrick Van, overseer of the project you refer to as Crucible. He died fighting the Reapers in the Battle of Tranvia 9. Your remaining time is also at an end.
We're all Protheans so grim.
Vendetta. Vigil, Vendetta. I forget the one that we saw that was on Javik is Vengeance. They do like their V words. Or they did like their V words back in the Prothean Empire.
What happened to the Crucible in your time? Why didn't the Protheans deploy it?
We were sabotaged from within. A splinter group argued we should dominate the Reapers rather than destroy them. It
Cerberus?
our order of battle. Later we discovered the Separatists were indoctrinated.
I always suspected as much.
And now we're facing the same problem.
Our studies of past ages led us to believe that time is cyclical. Many patterns repeat.
Like the Reaper attacks.
And beyond, the same peaks of evolution, the same valleys of dissolution. The same conflicts are expressed in every cycle, but in a different manner. The repetition is too prevalent to be merely chance.
We assumed the Reapers were responsible for the pattern.
Perhaps, though I believe the Reapers are only servants of the pattern. They are not its master.
So who is the master?
Unknown. Its presence is inferred rather than observed. The only certainty is its intention. Galactic annihilation. You now stand at that precipice.
There's still hope for this cycle. We need to know what the catalyst is. Trillions of lives are at risk.
Trillions of lives are always at risk. But if the Reapers have arrived to end your cycle, this discussion is too late.
We can break this cycle. We found your plans for the Crucible. We're building it right now.
The Crucible is not of Prothean design. It is the work of countless galactic cycles stretching back millions of years. Each cycle adds to it. Each improves upon it. Thus far, none have successfully defeated the Reapers with it.
Okay, fine.
Then we'll be the first. Tell us what the catalyst is.
Listen to the human. She can be trusted.
I detect you are one of us. You are Prothean.
The last. I am the final hope to avenge our people.
Your mission was known to me. Do you believe this present cycle can deliver retribution?
They have earned the right to try.
Tell us what we need to know.
Very well. If you have followed the plans for the Crucible, I will interface with your systems and assist with the catalyst too. Indoctrinated presence detected. Security protocol.
You could have just said what the catalyst is, you jerk. This bastard.
You killed the scientists. What do you want?
Your attention. Someone would like to talk with you.
Just kill him.
Shepard.
Hey, Tim.
How did you find this place?
The archives. Or did your shadow broker miss that one?
Show yourself. I promise I won't miss.
Stick to your talents, Dr. Dasani. You've helped uncover the key to subjugating the Reapers.
Or destroying them.
Damn it, Shepard. Destroying the Reapers gains us nothing.
How about peace?
They're just trying to control us. Think about it. If they wanted all organic life destroyed, they could do it. There would be nothing left.
What the hell are you talking about?
I know them, Shepard. I know how they think.
I think you've gotten a little too close to the enemy.
No. I'm saying they've got it right. Why kill when you can control?
Yeah, he's indoctrinated.
You've been spending too much time with the enemy. They're dragging you over to their side, their way of thinking.
No, I just see things differently.
If you truly care about humanity, you'll stop fighting me. You'll join me.
Wrong line of attack.
Question my intentions. I've sacrificed more for humanity than you'll ever know. And don't assume you know me. My methods for dealing with the Reapers are simply more refined than yours.
Yeah, Shepard used the wrong line of attack there.
You've forgotten everything you stood for. Cerberus was supposed to be humanity's sword, not a dagger in our back.
Poetic, but as usual, you miss the point. The world is more gray than you care to admit.
With the Prothean data in this beacon, I can end this conflict once and for all. You're either with me or against me. There's nothing gray about that.
No, I suppose there isn't. Leng, the commander has something I need. Please relieve her of it. And then bring me the data.
Understood.
And here is where he gets just straight up freaking annoying.
You're so lower than I imagined, Shepard. I've been hit! Cover me while I recharge!
Commander, the gunship!
Get to cover!
I've got this!
Sure you do.
Say, died.
You'll be joining him soon.
If I kill nothing else but him, it would have been worth it.
Oh, nice dodge.
After you die, your friends will be next.
Damn you!
I need to recharge. Cover me.
Gunship taking up position!
Shepard is mine.
Yep.
There's
Unwinnable
only one
fight.
way this ends.
And then cutscene power.
Target the supports. Cerberus thanks you for all your hard work.
You don't deserve to be so smug. I was kicking your ass. You needed a gunship with friggin' rockets to get me out of your path. You don't get to be smug, you jackass. Why is there such a deep pit here? That just feels weird to me that there's just this absolutely massive pit.
Shepard! Hang on!
This is Shepard. Give us your location.
I repeat, is anyone on this frequency?
We read you. Give me your
The lieutenant's down. Our whole zone is collapsing. What happened to Shepard? Did they make it to the temple? I saw them. Wait, I've got a Reaper inbound. Please, is anybody there? Goddess,
Yeah, the first straight up loss of the aside from Earth. First straight up loss since Earth.
Commander?
Counselor? The mission...
We've lost contact with Thessia. The planet has gone dark. How soon will the Crucible be ready to deploy?
Counselor, I wish the news was better. We didn't get the information.
What happened?
Cerberus was there. We were defeated. We don't know how to finish the Crucible.
I don't know what to say. What was the situation on Thessia?
Deteriorating fast. The Reapers are there in strength.
Then you'll excuse me. There are preparations to make, continuity of civilization to consider. I never thought this day would come.
None of us did. Sorry.
Asari forces are in full retreat. It is no longer safe for us to remain in this system.
Get us out of here.
Shepard. Nobody could have predicted
Cerberus would reach Thessia before us.
May as well mention now. You heard Javik make that if I kill nothing else but him, it will have been worth it. If you bring Edie with you on that mission, like every squad mate gets a pretty good gets a line about wanting to kill him. Edie's line is, "This organic must die now," which is just a phrasing I really like.
It's my job to be prepared, no matter what. And now Thessia's lost, as is the data on the catalyst. I'm sick of Cerberus beating us to the punch.
Let's kick them in the balls first for a change.
I'm with James. Anyone know where they're hiding? Anyone?
Well, there is something.
Let's hear it, Trainer.
I was able to track Kai Leng's shuttle through the relay and extrapolate his destination. But the signal disappeared in the Yera system.
Naturally.
It's not just gone, though. The signal is being actively blocked.
How?
I'm not sure, but something is interfering with all signal activity in that region of space.
Commander, the Yera system is home to Sanctuary and little else. Sanctuary is a supposed safe haven for war refugees.
You think it's worth checking out, Trainer?
Yes, Mom, I do.
If Specialist Trainer hadn't examined the data so astutely, the interference would have been undetectable.
I kind of feel like Trainer should have been using access to to Shadow Broker tracking systems or something like that. I feel like that would have, because Liara being the Shadow Broker doesn't really feel particularly useful in this game. It doesn't really feel like she actually managed to dig much up as a Shadow Broker. She doesn't really provide a whole lot in that role. At least nothing crucial to the plot. Yeah, I just think it would have been cool if a nice touch if Trainer tracked his signal using Shadow Broker tracking relays or something like that. Like if she'd made mention that, if she'd made some sort of mention to using tracking software that she didn't know they had access to.
Nice work, Trainer. You've given us a shot. Now let's make sure we don't waste it.
I was stationed on Horizon in the Lyra system, and you were the only Cerberus presence while I was there.
It's a slim lead. Let's hope it's the right one.
I don't care how slim the leads are at this point. We've come too far to let Cerberus stop us. I want that Prothean data. I want the catalyst. No excuses. Dismissed.
Commander, Admiral Anderson is available on VidCom.
There's going to be a bit of a confrontation to get to after this.
Shepard, I heard about Thessia.
We were so close, Anderson. So damn close to ending this war.
You didn't think it'd be that easy, did you?
I knew going in there wouldn't be a minute of this war that was easy. But watching Thessia fall, and knowing it was my responsibility...
What the hell is Shepard supposed to do there?
How many times I got my ass handed to me over the years? Surviving the first contact war back in the day was a goddamn miracle. They said I was a hero. I just felt lucky to get out alive. So maybe Kai Lang did beat you. What of it?
It could cost us the war.
These guys in the Resistance, they know it's a losing proposition. They know the chances of seeing tomorrow are slim to none, but we all signed up anyway. Hell, I'm sitting in London right now staring at rubble. I was born here, and it's looking like I might die here too. So I say point us at the Reapers and we'll take our chances.
Shepard acts like it's her fault that Thessia fell, but whether she got the information or not, Thessia had fallen. Thessia, was done for. There was nothing that she could have done to change it.
You'll make it, Anderson. When this is all over, you can show me London.
It might need a new coat of paint first.
This'll be over soon.
It better. Shake this off, Shepard.
I will.
Anderson out.
Not going to look at that just now.
Not after we took down that Reaper on Rannoch. I don't know.
Yeah, but there's no way we could have stopped every Reaper on Thessia. The Asari should have jumped in earlier.
Don't blame them now. And
Come on,
the mission?
Cerberus has attacked a comm facility on Ontaron. I've updated the galaxy map. Thanks for listening, Commander.
It was a good idea. And right now, it's the best lead we've got.
In any event, good luck. Commander?
If we don't finish that crucible soon, there won't be a galaxy left to save. So Thessia, huh? I guess the Asari are wishing they had fewer dancers and more commandos right about now. Too soon?
Definitely too soon.
In case you hadn't noticed, we just lost a few million people. This isn't the time.
You see this? Tiptree. Little colony out in the ass end of nowhere. My dad lives there. So does my sister. Reapers rolled in about 2 weeks ago. So you can assume that I'm generally aware there's a war on, Commander.
So why the jokes?
Because EDI says that according to your armor's metabolic scans, you're under more stress now than during the Skillian Blitz. Like, more than a Kuz, where Thresher Maws ate the rest of your squad. And the last time I had a briefing with Anderson, he told me to take care of you. The guy leading the resistance on Earth is worried about you, and I'm supposed to help.
Tiptree, that should ring a bell.
I appreciate the thought, Joker, but I'm fine.
The hell
Clearly
you
not.
are. You're like half robot at this point. No offense, Edie. And it's my fault. When the Collectors blew up the first Normandy, you died because I wouldn't leave. Because you had to come back for me.
I couldn't leave the best pilot in the fleet behind, could I?
Yeah, well, I guess that would have looked bad on your report.
Come on. We got work to do.
Yeah, cheer up, everybody.
Commander?
Shepard, I have a question about human behavior.
This isn't the best time, Edie.
Perhaps humor? A penguin is driving through the Arizona desert.
I'm not in the mood.
A lively rendition of La Marseillaise?
No.
Very well. I will maintain a respectful silence until you indicate otherwise.
Bit of a Casablanca reference there.
Commander, there's a new message at your private terminal.
Yes, this email. This is another reason why people hate Kai Lang for the reasons that BioWare wasn't going for. Evacuating Thessia from Asari Military Command. Good, you opened this message. This isn't actually Asari Military Command. They're busy tending to what's left of their planet. So you survived our fight on Thessia. You're not as weak as I thought. But never forget that your best wasn't good enough to stop me. Now an entire planet is dying because you lack the strength to win. The legend of Shepard needs to be rewritten. I hope I'm there for the last chapter. It ends with your death. Your best wasn't enough to stop me. Because you had a frickin' gunship firing rockets at me. You needed a friggin' attack plane. You needed heavy weaponry. You needed air support. You needed freaking air support. Just to delay me long enough for you to run away. Like, he acts so smug, but every time we fight him, he runs. He just keeps running away. Like, we're supposed to hate him, but we're supposed to hate him because he's, you know, a strong foil for Shepard. And he's not. He is... They're obviously trying... Like, they obviously wanted to make him a foil for Shepard. But he's not. He's not a good foil. And it's a shame, because he could have been a great villain. He could have been a great antagonist. But instead, he's just annoying. You know, he gets cutscene powers to the max, and an army of goons and a freaking air support. Apparently he was actually supposed to have a squad. Like, he was supposed to be rolling with his own squad, unique squad of Cerberus troops. They all would have had unique designs. That obviously got cut. They didn't have, I guess, the resources for it or something like that. So that got cut, which was kind of a shame, because that probably would have been pretty fun. But as it is, like I said, he's just irritating. He's nowhere near as menacing as he's clearly supposed to be. So yeah, he sucks. Kai Lang just sucks. They tried so hard to make Kai Lang a great, threatening antagonist. But he just sucks. Omega, from Bray. Things are settling down on Omega. Looks like the Talons are the new security force on the station. Their leader said something about honoring Kandros' memories. I'd say they were being cute, except they're not shy about backing up the sentiment with firepower. Be careful out there. Know there's at least one Batarian here that doesn't want you dead. Bray! Thank you very much, Bray. A people is not one world. It was good to see one of my own kind again. A pity about the Asari's world. There are always other planets. Fair, but don't let them beat you. Hang in there, Shepard. You can do it. Help break in. Good luck on Horizon, Commander. If you find any civilians, do what you can, okay? Remember that she is from Horizon. Her family's from Horizon. Alright, here is another important, very important scene right here.
Those were all lies back there.
They were not.
My people weren't animals for your kind to experiment on.
You wanted to know more about your history, Asari. Now you do.
I have a name. It's Liara Tassoni, and I...
Hey! Settle down.
My home was just destroyed, and all he can do is
hard to stop her there. Kind of hard to stop her there. It's a Paragon interrupt, but even so, it's kind of hard to stop her from throwing him around.
Given what's happened today, I think you owe Liara an apology, Javik.
Apologize for the truth?
For not doing more. You're a Prothean. You were supposed to have all the answers. How could you not stop this from happening?
We believed you would. Long ago, we saw the potential in your people. Even then, it was obvious. The wisdom, the patience. You were the best hope for this cycle. So you were guided when necessary.
Well, it didn't work.
You're still alive, aren't you? Your world may have fallen, but as long as even one Asari is left standing, the fight isn't over.
I guess that goes for Protheans, too.
Despair is the enemy's greatest weapon. Do not let them wield it. Liara Tassoni.
That was unexpected. Thank you.
We still need her talents. If grief overcomes her, she will be lost to us.
So did you actually mean what you said?
Does it matter?
Liara means a great deal to me. It matters.
Then I will tell you what you want to hear. I meant what I said.
Carry on.
Which means he probably didn't really mean it.
It was good to see another of my kind, even if he was just a ghost. One more Prothean fights the Reapers. If there is to be victory in this war, it will be for all cycles. The living will avenge the dead. And do not concern yourself with Thessia's fate, Commander. The loss of a planet is insignificant next to the loss of the galaxy.
I mean, he's not wrong there, but...
I suffered many defeats in the last war, Commander. Let this loss be the fuel that powers your rage. Commander.
Yeah. Like I said, very, very important conversation right there.
My board is green.
Shepard.
Commander, we were just talking to Liara. She's a strong one.
I'd say her world's just been completely rocked.
Completely. Adams and I were just remembering Noveria and the terrible way her mother died.
Liara seemed so together afterward. Couldn't have been easy.
For weeks, she told me stories about her mother.
Aww.
Yeah, me too. I have a feeling she'll be okay.
Yeah. Hope so.
Well, that's pretty sweet.
I'm really glad she has you to comfort her. And don't worry about Kai Lang. Now that we've seen his dirty moves, next time, he's getting his ass kicked. Count on it.
I mean, I was kicking his ass this time, too.
Can't wait to get back out there.
Like, seriously, I was kicking his ass. He cheated to win.
Have you found your story on Thessia yet?
No. I'm trying to word it right.
What happens if you word it wrong?
If I'm lucky, the Citadel Stock Exchange drops 2,000 extra points.
And if you're unlucky?
I don't know. I've never really been unlucky. Commander.
What a shitty line that was, honestly. Do not like that line from, Allers. I don't know, I've never really been unlucky. Screw off.
Is everything okay, Shepard?
Sure. Yeah, everything's just great.
Hey, for what it's worth, I know how it feels to lose like that. I know that doesn't make it easier, but you're just human like the rest of us.
If you're trying to make me feel better, it's not working, Lieutenant.
Hey, everyone on this ship knows you did all you could. You need to cut yourself some slack. Whatever it takes to get that data back from Cerberus. We're behind you. Whatever it takes to end this.
Noted.
Sure would have liked to visit Thessia before the war. Imagine a whole world of those blue beauties. One of the wonders of the galaxy, if you ask me. You want to hit Cerberus where it hurts? I'm with you.
Some of the dialogue here just ends up feeling weirdly inappropriate. Considering what just happened. Like, just weirdly light and, I don't know, like, imagine a whole world of those blue beauties.
She went straight to her cabin. She's not answering her comm.
How bad?
I've never seen Liara like this. Not even after Noveria.
Damn.
Can you talk to her? You've known her as long as any of us. And with Palaven...
I'm just another damn reminder of how many people are dying. You should talk to her.
I just regained my homeworld. She just lost hers.
Well, I don't have any magic words. She needs time. Maybe call her later.
She went straight to her cabin.
I'll go talk to Liara.
Good. When she went by, she just really needs you right now. Thanks, Shepard.
Just reviewing some charts.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty rough for Liara here.
I've studied Protheans my entire life. If I'd been shown the beacon on Thessia earlier...
You would have needed Shepard's cipher to comprehend it.
I still could have learned from it. Instead, my mother hid the galaxy's most important archaeological find from me. It must have been such a joke to her when I became a Prothean researcher.
The penalties for withholding Prothean technology are among the harshest in Council space. Your mother's motives may have been simply to shield you.
Perhaps. Thank you, Edie. I hadn't considered that. How did this happen, Shepard? My entire civilization. The Asari's history. The Protheans made it a lie all along. And I abandoned my people to hunt for the catalyst.
You'd never do that.
They're dying by the millions. I told those people on Thessia we'd save them. How many Asari died because I demanded their help?
None.
Shepard, that isn't true.
You've been warning your people for 4 years, Liara. There's not a damn thing you should feel guilty about. If we move fast enough, they'll have a chance to survive this, to start again. We lost Thessia, but we haven't lost the Asari yet.
It's a fair point. Asari reproduction means that they can rebuild their civilization pretty quickly, as long as there's other people around.
That's something I can do. It's something I owe them.
I knew you'd think of something.
I still need some time, Shepard. But thank you.
Stasis, hurrah! The barrel of this Reaper weapon can be dismantled for further study. If the miniaturized energy cells powering the gun systems are taken apart, it could lead to an improvement in the damage a weapon can deal. However, an examination of its heat venting systems could instead provide the means to maximize thermal clip storage. Let's go with damage.
I need some time, Shepard.
Prothean notes. 2186, entry 4. I can't let disappointment stop me from learning the Protheans' history. It's just as naive as thinking they were all benevolent. And I've perhaps been arrogant, judging an entire species on what little time I've had to know its sole survivor. He was hardly responsible for the skewed view I had of his people. I put forward the idea of writing a book with Javik, and to my surprise, he said he would think about it. Perhaps it's a start. Possible book titles. Glyph, please flag this as a list of book titles. When this is all over, I'd like to publish what we've learned about the Protheans. The Protheans, A Living Legacy. The Prothean Empire. The Protheans. The Last Prothean. Living History of the Protheans. I despise thinking up titles for my own academic research. From what I understand, that is pretty much the most authentic title on the list. Prothean Journeys with the Prothean. Journeys with the Prothean is obviously the best one. But I really I despise thinking up titles for my own academic research. That's a good one.
Any word from your family?
They made it off Palaven. It was tight, but they're okay.
We'll take every scrap of good news we can get.
Wish I had more, though.
Why?
I just had to make a tough call with the Primarch. He said our fleets are being decimated, so I advised him to cease all offensive operations against the Reapers.
A full retreat?
The only way to save Palaven now is to hold our ships back for the Crucible. But if I'm wrong, then a lot of other Turian families won't be as lucky as mine.
That's a hell of a gamble. No other options?
If there are, I can't see them. It all comes down to the Crucible now.
And ruthless calculus.
How are you holding up, Shepard? This all has to be taking a toll.
There's only so much fight in a person. Only so much death you can take
before your friend picks you up, dusts you off, and tells you you're the best damn soldier he's ever met. We'll get through this. We always do.
Thanks, Garrus.
Not something you can ever get used to. Seeing a world go down like that. Thousands of years of civilization on fire. But it wasn't your fault. Thessia was already gone by the time we got there.
Indeed.
And maybe the elusive man did win one, but so what? I've lost a few fights in my time, and I'm still here. It's because I always made sure. A battle doesn't make a war, Shepard. We're still in this.
Audio bug! Woo!
Have you checked on Liara? She
I
must
did.
be devastated. That's not something you ever forget. Shepard, this is when you take all your anger and frustration, bottle it up, then use it to rearrange every molecule in Kai Ling's body. You'll get your chance. Not right now.
So, yeah, this is sort of why I did the Citadel DLC earlier. Real tonal shift from earlier in the game.
Hopefully she's doing better now.
Thanks for talking to her. Neither of us knew what to say.
There's not much we can say. But being there helps.
Thanks, Shepard.
So yeah, Citadel, that's cheerful and upbeat and fun, and it's, we're the best damn squad in the galaxy. We kick ass, take names, nothing can get in our way. Then Thessia is just a big ol', oh, look what just got in your way. It is a straight up loss. Oops. The assault on Thessia did not go as smoothly as the Reaper's strikes against other races. While other species met the Reapers head-on, the Asari resorted to dangerous hit-and-run tactics to harass their attackers. By engaging in guerrilla strategies, blasting a Reaper ship, then jumping to FDL where they could not be tracked, the Asari forced the Reapers to remain on the defensive. Unfortunately, the Reapers' greater numbers allowed them to accept certain losses, so they soon ignored the attacks against them and began orbital bombardment of Thessia. This, in turn, forced the Asari to defend their homeworld with a more traditional stance, facing the Reaper forces directly. As soon as the Reapers landed on Thessia, the harvesting began. A swift and brutal slaughter of the Asari Grand Forces followed. Resistance from trained biotics barely slowed the attackers down. In the end, Thessia's minimal military forces, combined with an unpreparedness in the face of an overwhelming enemy, resulted in the fall of the planet. So yeah, Thessia is just a straight up downer mission. Changes the tone of the game tone of the story to something much darker, much more desperate. And it never really the tone never really picks up quite the same way. So it just makes more sense to me to do Citadel before Thessia. Get the hopeful stuff out of the way, and then we can move on to the desperation, which is where the Leviathan DLC is going to come in, for the record. So that's what I will start doing. Maybe not next episode. I'll probably do the communication hub. So yeah, next episode I'll do the communication hub. Episode after that I will start in on Dr. Bryson. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.